What's up, good people? How you doing? How you doing out there? Hey, welcome to Stock Up with Larry Jones. It was important that we look at the PPI numbers, Producers Price Index, coming up right now. Let's just go right into it and we'll talk later.
Welcome back to Squawk Box on CNBC. We're just seconds away from March PPI and initial jobless claims. The futures, as you can see, we're now back slightly in the green. Got the NASDAQ up 36 points or so. Well, you can see with that. If you're in a car, up 5 and change, 6 on the S&P, and the Dow Jones up about 13.5. The 10-year note is just under 3.5% at 3.41, with the 2-year 3.977. I'm not going to just keep talking, Rick. I'd, in fact, rather ask you. He's standing by at the CME in Chicago. That was interesting yesterday. The immediate reaction we saw to those numbers, and then throughout the rest of the session, it just kind of petered away across the board, right? The knee-jerk reaction didn't really last.
Yeah. No, it didn't last. There's a give and take between what investors are highly confident is going to happen in the future and the notion that the Fed is going to stick to its knitting no matter what. And in addition to that, I'd like to point out something real quickly. If you look at the spread between U.S. 10s and European 10s, yesterday, Joe, it closed basically around 1% difference, 102 to be exact. That's the closest in 9 years. Pay attention to that. It's important. And here we go. We're getting ready for jobless claims and our March release on the Producer Price Index, hitting the wires, 239,000 on initial claims, a little bit higher than we expected, and 239,000, well, it's just the highest since we had 246,000 the week of the 24th of March. And what's notable here is that how much higher all of these numbers are after last week's benchmark revisions. Continuing claims, 1,810,000. And that is lower than the 1,823,000 in the rearview mirror. And after those benchmark revisions where we couldn't get above 1.7, last week's 1.823 million happened to have been the highest since DEES of 21. Now, inflation numbers down 0.5% on headline PPI. Down 0.5% on headline PPI. That is a cycle low that usurps -0.3 from July of last year. -0.1 if you strip out food and energy. -0.1. Well, the current last month at 0 was the cycle low, so you could see we've taken that out as well. Up 0.1 if you look at ex-food, energy, and trade, well below the 0.3 we are expecting. Let's get into the 1 year-over-year numbers. PPI final demand, or the headline number year-over-year, breaches 3% at 2.7. 2.7. The high water mark there was 11.7 in March of 22. 3.4 if you take out food and energy year over year. 9.7 was the high water mark there. 3.6 if you look at ex-food, energy, and trade. All of these are significantly lower than the rearview mirror, especially after the revisions, which pushed those year-over-year numbers higher. Yields dropping, Dow futures rallying. Joe, it's all yours.
Yep, with gold, dollar. I've seen this movie before. It's exactly what happened yesterday. It didn't last, though. You think it's going to last today? That's just back-to-back. This is more than a coinky-dink, isn't it?
I think it's going to last.
Yeah,
oh, I think so. Listen, I completely understand that this isn't the 2%, and maybe after all the dust settles, we'll be in the 2.5% to 3%, maybe at the end of this year, beginning of next year. But the point is that it is dramatically moving lower, and the markets have looked in the rearview mirror and decided that all interest rates have already peaked. I've been on record on that for months and months.
Hey.
Yeah, Joe, I think it's going to be different than yesterday. There's no Fed minutes talking about a recession, and I don't know. I guess when the Fed says it, it means so much more.
Rick,
you've been, and I've been saying it for a while. Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I want to get to Andrew for his interview, but where are we at 70% for a 25 basis point increase? Is that moving? Where are we on that at this point? Is that moving at all?
You know what? I don't have that right in front of me, but based
right,
on what I'm looking at 2-year note yields, I'd say it's probably still in the high 60s, low 70s. By 2-year note yields, it probably hasn't moved much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Rick. Sorry, Andrew. Just wondered where that was.
Hey, Joe. Fascinating news. We are live in Seattle this morning with an exclusive interview with Andy Jassy, of course, the CEO of Amazon, just out this morning with his second annual shareholder letter.
All right, good people. We saw that. We saw what just happened. PPI, which is Producers Price Index. Remember, on yesterday, we had a CPI, which is Consumer Price Index, which measures a change in rates of goods and services that we consume and purchase, right? But what happens before things are consumed? They are produced. This is the Producers Price Index. Along with this was some more jobs data. So 239,000 jobs versus 235,000 estimate. Jobless claims, okay? So these are the jobless claims. So the jobless claims went up. So we had 239,000 versus 235,000 estimate, okay? So it came in a little higher. Right, so the Producers Price Index, March, okay, which is, we're reading March's data. It was 0.5% versus unchanged, okay? So it was right there where it was unchanged. It was right there where it was expected, okay? Now, PPI minus food and energy, okay? Which was 0.1 versus 0.2 estimate. So we see that inflation is, we see what's happening with inflation, good people, I'm sorry. And as you can see, the Dow was flat and it went up. As you can see, the Dow was flat, it went up on that news, okay? Bitcoin is still positive. And so we see what's happening with PPI. It was pretty much the same as yesterday with CPI, Consumer Price Index, okay? So what I think that brought it down yesterday, hey, good morning, Queen. Hey, you know, I'm dealing with these allergies, you know, I'm trying to coordinate with these shirts. So what happened yesterday, and it actually started to happen before the Fed minutes, but the Fed minutes did bring the market down on yesterday towards close. So we had CPI, market went up, and then we had the Fed releasing of the minutes. Now, what spooked the market, or part of what spooked the market was now the Fed is starting to see recession, right? It's funny how you and I here at Stock Up and other pages, how we could see clearer than the Fed with all the data that he has, supposedly, allegedly, okay? And so this is where we have it. This is kind of a nothing burger to me. You can see the Dow now, and it shot up, came back down to about normal. I would call this a flat right now. Pre-markets, the market is not open yet. So we shall see what the day tells us. We have time for the day. We have time for the week. Hey, peace. Cocaine on the wood grain. All right, bro, that name. I'm not even going to ask you. All right. So, no, I haven't been following it here lately, but I've been following it, and they're just going to keep kicking. All right. Hey, Brazil. I had a buddy from Brazil. Good morning, Brazil. So I just wanted to come on and hit you guys with these numbers, and so we could see what's going on with the economy. I'll say this. You know, you heard him say, hey, should the Fed go up 75 basis points? I don't believe the Fed is going to go up 75 basis points on the next interest rate hike. I highly doubt it. I think he's going to go up 25 basis points. That's just me. That's what I believe. And, you're going to have a lot of stuff going all over the place. Everybody's going to be saying everything, but we shall see. What we're going to do is trade the market that we're in. Hey, good morning. Good morning from Toronto. Good morning from Singapore. Good morning from China. Okay, hey. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Worst thing you can have is a brother from the west side of Chicago trying to speak Spanish, man. I'd be jacking it up. And why is it that when you speak another language, you just elevate your voice? Like that's making you speak better. Hey, good morning. Hey, Phoenix, Arizona. I got to get back out there. So, hey, good people. I do want to tell you guys that the people that are taking the class, Stock Up University, which is still on discount, limited time only, are learning a lot about the stock market and will make more money. Period. Make more money. Next week we have two more classes coming in the. Two more classes coming. One in the area of options, and then we'll see where the other one is going to go. So we're going to have two more classes coming by Tuesday of next week, and we're going to continue to add. Good people, we're going to continue to add. So make sure that you download the top link and come join the family at Stock Up U University. And then we have the 15 free stocks with Moo. That is limited time. They change it from month to month, but don't wait till the end, because when the price change, it changed. All right. Hey, good people. Me too, Kelly. What's that? How much is the class? Hey, go there. Just click the link. See what it involves. I can tell you right now, you won't see a class cheaper than it, especially with what it offers. You won't see a class. The classes that I used to take back in the day, the cheapest one was $1,500. There was one that was $500, and there was one that was $10,000 back in the 80s. All right, when I was 5. Okay, so people always ask what's in the class. Just click the link, go through it. I talk about it here. And then here's what you're getting. You're getting beginner's basics with me, a whole chapter with charting. You will learn it because my theory is talk to me like I'm 3. I want you to understand it. Options with Keenan, dividend investing with Mommy Trader, basic fundamentals with my man Stock Curry. All right. So all of that is in the class. And right now it is still discounted. All right. So yes, you can. Yeah, you can. All right. Just click the link below. All the information is in there. Well, I'm trying. John, I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you. South Baton Rouge. I am coming to Nolans. For a convention. Okay, so I'm coming to Nolans. That's the close. I don't know if I'm going to get to Baton Rouge. I don't even know how far Baton Rouge is from New Orleans, to be honest with you. Queen. So I was telling my buddy Ron when y'all saw me up in the hills, we always say this: black don't crack, but it requires a lot of lotion in the wintertime. Okay, all right. So, hey, Tallahassee. Is that Tallahassee, Florida? All right. Gold and silver, I've held a little bit. For those of you that's been holding gold and silver, I've held a little bit for a while now. You guys know we were in some plays. One which was Gold Roll. The reason why Gold Roll didn't take off like the rest of them is because they suspended the dividend, right? But all gold is up right now. When things get better, gold is one of those things that you're not going to see the benefit right away. But as you can see in the last month, it bumped up. So you may be holding it like I've been doing and not worrying about what's happening now, but you know what's going to happen in the future. So the best thing to do is to DCA. Don't load up on gold right now. I'm sorry. I can't say that. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. You do your own due diligence, but I would just see where it has been in the last few weeks. And then we could have some good news and gold could come down, and then you can buy a little more then, right? Okay. Hey, Pennsylvania, my man with the cool hat. Yes, sir. All right, we're not going to keep this one too long. I want to keep this in the 15 minutes. Hey, check out lesson is superb. There we go. Mommy Trader's dividend lesson is superb. That's a good woman. That's true. So you want to earn more, learn more. Hey, morning from Boston. Yep. No, you can't buy the class individually. What I charge for the entire class is what one chapter would cost. And I just give you everything. And you'll never pay any more money. Anything that I add to it, you have lifetime access, right? So I made it very affordable. All right. Okay, hey, I will be coming to Florida. Strong Island in the building. Hey, good morning. Lake Worth Beach? Wow, never heard of that. Florida? Wow. Hey, how you doing? Adina, how you doing? Yeah, you can take it. But just like I said, what I charge is what I charge for the whole class is what I would charge. Other people are just charging for segments, all right? So I just made it affordable, people. It just is. I dare you to find a class out there for that price, all right? And it's limited time, okay? All right. Classes are always open 24/7 anywhere you are around the world, period. You could access them whenever you want. Yes, they are open 24/7, right? And then anything that comes new, I am going to start adding crypto to it and all of that. When I get to the crypto classes, you that bought at this extremely low price, you get the whole shebang, right? Hey, blessings. Philly's finest queen, Jacksonville in the house. Morning, good morning. Hey, New York. All right, is that Long Island? Yeah, Long Island. All right, good people, we got to leave it right there. I got to take off. I have been working under ridiculous circumstances. There's been work going around here, so if you see me going like this, I'm taping. And so the carpenters have to slow down and let me shoot, all right? Hey, I will be back to you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Have a great day. Live, love, laugh, learn, earn, be kind, rewind. Check out the classes below.